Hey, y'all, welcome here to Gator Tales with Chuck and Brad. We got Coach Tanya Whitney, the head cross-country track coach here with us today.
Yep.
Welcome, Coach.
Welcome. Welcome.
Glad to be here.
Good. Go ahead, Brad.
First guinea pig of Gator Tales with Chuck and Brad. So way to step up and take the lead. I like that. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Coach?
Okay. This is actually my 10th year as head coach of the cross country team. It's boys and girls. It's my 11th year coaching. My first year I was the assistant coach.
Okay.
But
All here?
all here.
Okay.
This first time ever coaching anything. Retired out of the Army in 2010.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Thank you. And my daughter was a senior when I moved back home, and I got involved with the team through her.
Okay.
And when they needed a new coach, Coach O asked if I'd be willing to help out. So
To help out.
yeah, he has that way, you know.
Yeah, can you help out? By the way, you the head coach.
Yeah. And 10 years later, you're still helping.
Yeah, I'm still
Yeah.
helping. Yeah. He asked me to help be the swim coach, and I had to put my foot down on that. So I said, I can't swim. So
There you go.
There you go.
Like I said, so there no coaching prior to even coming
No.
to Santa Monica at all.
Nope,
Okay.
nope.
All
But
right.
you do track and field.
I do. Well, I
You do
started
something,
that
yeah.
after.
Oh, afterwards?
After
Yeah.
cross
Okay.
country.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Throw the hammer or something. I think.
Yeah. I'm a master's athlete with the USA track and field. It was something I kind of started after I retired, moved back home. I needed to do something to get my butt out of the house
There
There
you
you
go.
go. Okay.
try to get some little bit of exercise in. So
Yeah.
started with the shot put, and now I do all the throws, all the
Oh.
weights, everything.
There you
So,
go.
Okay. Well,
There you
good. That is, I know I did not know that about you. That's for sure. So let's talk about a little bit of the season coming up.
Yeah.
When does the season actually start?
we are in our second week of practice.
Okay.
Actually, we're starting our third week, but our first meet is going to be on September the 3rd.
Okay.
This year, we're not quite sure how things are going to go. This was the first year we're not divided by classes anymore.
Okay.
Cross country's been divided into 5 divisions.
Okay.
Oh.
So we're in Division 1. We're still in Region 2, but some of the teams that we competed with before in Region 2 of Class 5A have moved to another region, and we've picked up a few others. So
Okay.
it is
It's gonna be-
school enrollment though.
yes, yeah,
Okay.
it is by school enrollment, you know,
Okay.
and the same procedures. You know,
gotcha.
some of those smaller schools, you know, private schools can request a bump up, but
Okay.
And they together. It's not split.
yeah, no,
Select-
it's
everybody.
So it's not a
Division-
select and non-select like
no,
that.
yeah,
Okay.
we're all still one.
Okay.
But they did have a tendency with the divisions that, you know, some of the select schools, um, they're kind of spread out a little bit now instead of all in one,
Okay.
like we
Okay.
were last
Yeah.
year with our regions. So it's a little bit more fair in that perspective.
Okay.
So.
So how many teams will be in our region or division?
Well, we have 22 teams, but
Oh, wow.
that's because we have St. Joe's and Catholic. So
Okay.
Okay.
21,
21.
you know,
20.
in
One
each
school.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 schools equal
Okay.
1. Yeah.
Okay. Um.
Who's our go getters?
Yeah.
Who run? Who's fast?
Our
Who got the
go-get-
wheels?
well, we have Peyton is our third-year runner, Peyton Bourgeois, and he has qualified for state the last 2
Good.
years.
Okay.
Fully expect, unless knock on wood something happens, he's going to do it again this year. He's actually ranked this year 24th in the state in the composite. In other words, all of the
Everybody.
cross-country
Right.
runners.
Okay.
Oh, good.
So he's ranked 24th.
24th kid.
Okay.
In the state.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
And then we have Reed Crooks, who's a 4-year member of the team. He's kind of following right behind him. He's not as fast
Yeah.
as Peyton, but he's got a pretty good lead on him for
Okay.
running.
They lucky I aged out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't believe that, huh?
Yeah. And I'm super excited this year because we have a whole bunch of ninth graders
Oh, good.
come in,
So the
and
interest is
Well,
the
growing.
interest is growing.
That's good. That's good.
I
'Cause
kind of actually had to cap it this
Oh,
year
wow.
because originally I had like about 25 boys and 20 almost 30 girls sign up.
Wow.
And I had that a few years ago before COVID, and it's just it's too
yeah.
many kids to
Yeah.
Y'all
to
hear
keep
that,
track
kids?
of. So,
You better be home running right
That's
now
right.
if you want to make this team.
You won't make it.
You ain't just gonna make it by default.
No more.
Yeah.
No more just signing up.
no,
That's
but
right.
I mean it works out because like I said, this year I lost a couple of my speedsters, but the ninth graders coming in and a couple of the 10th graders that and even 11th grader Caleb Williams, who's on the track team, runs distance.
Okay.
He's running for us this year, so
Yeah.
I think we got a real good chance this year of placing as a team for the boys. The girls look better than they have been.
Okay.
We got to transfer in ninth grader Ella Willoughby, who's ran in Virginia for her
Okay.
school, and
She ran in the mountains.
Yeah. Some altitude on there. Maybe I might.
she was in South Virginia.
Oh,
so,
It's
but
flat
yeah.
ground here. She can
Yeah.
run now.
But she her best time was 1942. So I'm
Okay.
looking forward to see what
that
she's going to
good?
do. Yeah, that's real
Okay.
good.
Okay.
And what that
it's,
was.
it's not great because I mean a lot of the
It's better
the-
than me. I mean, I'd probably be like an hour.
Yeah, I
in
mean the
19.
fast girls are running in the high 17s, low 18s.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I
So
mean,
she's
but
right there.
she's
But
right
she's a
there.
freshman.
What?
And she's a
That's
freshman.
right. That's
What?
right.
And I guess the question would be on that would be what type of distance are they running for this? Like how far is
it's
a
a
meet?
3 mile. Typically, the courses are 3 miles. Every once in a while, we'll run a 5K, which is basically 3.1
Yeah.
miles.
Okay.
And then sometimes the JV meets will have a race that's 2 miles.
Okay.
So anywhere from 2 to 3. Now these first couple weeks, I'm probably not going to run most of them the full 3 miles. Just it's more of a build up type
Okay.
of thing to get them
Get the
used to it.
endurance
Get the
going.
so.
And none of this is on a track, correct? All this
No,
is out
This
in
is
the real
all
world.
in the real world.
Running in the swamp
running
and all
in
that.
the
Yeah.
yep. we were this year we're going to run mostly at Highland.
Okay. I know where a lot of
just-
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just because the fuel cost this year,
Okay,
so we didn't
correct.
want to
Go
go out too
all
far.
over, yeah.
But we have a meet in Denham Springs, and we're actually going to hold a meet here on the 24th. Here at school, we did it a couple years ago when we had COVID.
I remember when y'all did that.
Yeah,
Ran through the
and-
woods a little
yep.
bit and all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're crossing our fingers. The weather is going to hold out
Hold
that we
up.
can get the course
Well,
set.
we got, we got
But,
60 cents and 70 cents all week. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but so we, a couple folks that were here before asked
Yeah.
us about doing it again, and
Good.
so
Well,
we have
good.
6 schools coming, and it's going
Okay.
to be us, Lutcher, Dutchtown, EA, Denham Springs.
Good little chance to get a
So-
little gate too, to where you can pay your gas
Yeah,
costs.
well, that's one thing about cross country. It's there's no gate charge.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, it's
So any team
difficult.
just
I mean, the state championship does it, but that's because they
I
hold
got
it
you.
at
yeah.
North,
LS oh,
Northwestern.
Northwest.
Okay.
So yeah, they can control the crowd going in and out.
Gotcha.
But
Yeah.
for the most part, where you run, I mean, it's
It's
wide
a-
open.
it's a-
so
Right, right,
it's
yeah.
like
It's a public park.
yeah.
You can't charge everyone for coming
Yeah.
in.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go park right here and watch little Johnny run by.
Yeah.
And that's it. And that's it. So, but like I said, we're looking forward to it, and hopefully it'll give some of the local folks a chance to come out and,
True.
see our kids run.
Yeah, and it sounds
'cause-
like I said. I mean, if you're having to almost turn away kids, because your roster's so
Yeah.
big, that tells us that there is a big influence of kids coming in and wanting to run.
Yeah.
I never wanted to run distance.
I mean,
Never.
I never wanted to run.
Never. You know. But it's good that
Yeah.
that is a good problem to have.
Well, and I try not to turn away the kids. I mean, because if they really want to come out, 'cause,
Yeah.
that's what I tell them. Cross country is not a glamorous sport,
No.
Right. Right.
No.
and we don't get all the accolades.
yeah,
That,
you're in the front page of the sports section.
Yeah.
that the
Yeah.
team sports do, and
Yeah.
Correct.
so I try not to turn them away. Typically, what happens is I give them that first week tryouts. I call it tryouts.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's not for
Some
me
of
to
them,
try
some
them
of them
out.
cut themselves.
Yeah.
It's for them to try themselves out,
Correct.
and then
Yeah.
and I mean, there's always a few that decide, hey, this is not what I
Wasn't what-
thought it
yeah,
was going to be.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I tell them. I said, I'd rather you come out and try it and
Right.
decide it's not for you
Right.
than just to say, "Oh, I don't want to do that."
Yeah,
You know,
right,
'cause you
correct.
never
right.
know.
Exactly.
Right.
So it is a team sport,
Hmm.
but it's also an individual sport too,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, every runner is scored and ranked on their individual time, and then typically most meets can run like 7 kids on a varsity race. Some of them are a little more. Like the first meet we're going to do, I can run 12 kids on the varsity
Okay.
race. But your top 7 is what is considered the core for your team, and then the top 5 are scored for that team score.
Okay.
And then the 6th and 7th runner is used as a tiebreaker if needed.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it is.
And can you make state as a team,
Yes,
or just as individuals?
you can make it both.
Both? Okay.
Okay.
Because like the last 2 years, our boys unfortunately have been like 9 and 10. It's the top 8 teams
Oh.
man.
that go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are the top 25 individuals,
Individual.
regardless
Okay.
of
Of
if your
team.
team, and
I
that's
got
how Peyton's gone the last
Okay.
2 years.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So you know, it's
Well, cool.
it's a change, you know, because before everybody went to state, and
Yeah.
so you know they changed it in 2016. I wasn't happy about it, you know, because that was kind of like the
Yeah.
you know the advantage of trying to get kids
Correct.
to come
Right.
out and run.
Right.
Yeah.
But now, it like I said, they'll come out, and you know they'll like last year I had some 9th graders that convinced their friends this year to run. So
There you go.
Hey, there you go. That's
Yeah.
word of mouth.
So-
That's good.
Come run with me.
yeah, so like I said, it's I've been pleasantly surprised, you know, the last few years, even with the COVID and everything.
Yeah.
You know, we've been able to field a good sized team, and you know we've actually got trophies now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, good.
last 3 or 4 years, we've actually run a meet, you know, once a year that we've actually placed at.
There we
Okay.
go.
So,
Gonna build us a
and-
new trophy
Yeah,
case.
yeah,
Better-
because
that's
right
right.
now they're all sitting in my office, and I'm running out of shelf space.
That's another good problem to
That's
have
another
right
good
there.
problem to
That's-
have,
that's
yeah.
That is a
That's
good
right.
problem.
Yep.
So are you the only coach, or there's assistant
No,
coaches with you, or
my daughter, Rebecca Whitney, she's kind of my assistant coach right
Okay.
now. Right now, though, she teaches at Dutchtown Primary, which I try not to hold against her, but
yeah.
you know,
We
it
don't-
is
yeah.
the primary school.
primary,
That's right.
Yeah.
We're okay with that.
Yeah. They're
But she,
eagle.
you know, so she hasn't been able to come out for practice, but she does come out and she helps with the meet. She's my timer. She's the one that makes sure,
Gotcha.
you know, all the kids get across the finish line and
Okay.
get their times, you know, just in case the official timer misses.
Yeah.
And because that does happen.
Yeah,
'cause
you
them
get 4 or
kids
5
come in-
kids at one time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And so she takes care of that for me while I'm elsewhere on the course trying to encourage kids to run
To run.
faster or to run.
Run, Forrest,
Run. If you want to ride home, you better run.
Yep,
You know,
yep.
kind of one of them things.
Yeah, bus is leaving in a little
Yeah.
while.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well-
Is there anything else you want to mention or talk about, or
Not like
Or-
I said. I mean, I encourage anybody who has not been to a race to come out. I mean, like I said, we're racing at Highland. 5 meets this year. I think 4
Okay.
meets. 4 meets. We're running at well 5 because Region is there too. But
okay?
everybody's kind of like watching running. That's gonna be boring, but it's not. You get out there.
Get
And I
pumped
mean,
up.
you get
Yeah,
pumped up. The
yep.
kids are running. The parents are screaming. The coaches are screaming. And I mean, it's just it ends up being like, oh my God,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is
Important. Yeah.
so.
Kind of like chariots of fire. Dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun,
Yep,
dun,
yep,
dun.
yep. And I
So-
mean, there's some elite kids out there. There's some mediocre kids or middle type
Middle of the
runners.
pack. Yeah.
And then there's those that you sit and you wonder why they're out there, but they keep chugging along.
Hey,
And
And I mean,
hey,
they
you know what?
they
It-
might be the last one coming in,
but they finished.
but they finished
That's
that
right.
race,
That's
and they
right.
are excited that they finished it, and
That's right.
everybody is excited for them.
yes,
I
yes.
think the last runner to come in gets almost as much
Applause as the
praise
first one.
as
huh?
the first one's coming.
Probably so.
So,
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
yep.
That would be
So-
me. But
I'd be
I
calling.
would finish.
I'd be calling Coach Whitney. Hey, can you pick me up at the half-mile mark? I'm done.
Yeah. But
well, Coach, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
You taking the time out of
Yeah,
your schedule to talk with us, and
yeah, definitely.
and hopefully some kids out there see it and get a little pumped up and want to come try
Like
out.
you said, it's grown every year.
Well, we
Probably
appreciate you.
since about 2010.
We appreciate your
the numbers,
dedication,
so-
for just helping.
For
Yeah.
just being a helper. Yeah.
Yes,
You know, what
indeed.
Coach O's kind of hard to say no to.
Yes, indeed. Well, thank you, Coach Whitney.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
with that, folks, that's it with Coach Whitney,
Yeah.
cross country coach. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Great day to be a Gator.
Go Gators.